Marsney?
Marsenal or Marson 2.
I need my damn coffee.
Oh shit.
Hey guys, welcome back. You're here with Alex and Conan with Shred Talk.
What's up?
What's good? So, we're both hitting the road. Well, actually, you've been hitting the road since like...
A little bit this past month or so.
Yeah.
But we're going to be on tour in July, so...
Exactly.
Stay tuned for those dates.
But a lot of people have asked us, hey man, what kind of gear do you use? So, this video is for you guys and gals specifically that are the tone nerds. So basically, you'd be surprised how many people are like, what are you using, you know? Like, they don't even care about how good you play or how bad you play, but they're like, hey, that guy's got, you know, the tube screamer. Yeah, he knows what's up, you know? It's almost like they consider you, like, a bad player if you don't have, like, a good pedal board or if you don't have anything.
True.
Yeah.
But, I mean, it's all really in the hands, but no one wants to hear that. They want to see what we're actually playing through. So, yeah, this video is just for you guys.
Yeah. So let's go through amp-wise, your tubes, solid state. What do you do?
Well, you know, touring, you know, we could pretty much do Kempers now, but we can't afford that. So, yeah, tube amps. They sound great. They sound warm. You know, you don't want to really play with solid state or something.
Yeah.
I mean, you can. There's nothing, you know, too bad against that, but I prefer that you know, that tone when you crank the volume louder. So it just sounds great. So I use Marshall amps because I don't know. I just like the way it sounds. For Exmortis, like we're sure we play extreme metal, I guess, and we just want to have that old school touch somehow.
Yeah.
So I mean, personally, for my playing, I like the, you know, the tone of Marshall amps. I have the JCM 2000, and yeah, I don't know. Should I just describe the settings right now, or?
Yeah. Well, basically, if you guys don't know, obviously, if we're looking down, we basically have all of our gear here. So do apologize if we're just spacing out into the abyss. But generally, are you using like 412s, 212s?
412s, yeah. I have a full stack, but I can't really tour with that. Yeah, we don't have a trailer big enough for that just yet.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I just do the half stack thing, of course. Just lighter.
Gotcha. Yeah.
More feasible.
Do you use like both channels of the 2000?
Actually, no. I just use just the dirtiest one, whatever. What is it? What does it say? Lead one, whatever. I just keep it on the, you know, the distortion channel. We don't really use clean parts.
Yeah.
So if I do, I just simply lower the volume. And since I'm using Jackson guitars with Seymour Duncan pickups, it could kind of pick up the soft tone of my soft playing. I just lower the volume a bit, and it sounds clean. So.
Yeah. So what kind of picks do you use, and like what kind of strings?
I use my own picks. Right here, if you can see it. Okay. I thought your phone was down there.
We'll get a close up of that too.
Cool designs. I have another design, but I didn't bring it because I'm dumb. But
it's fine.
yeah, but they're pretty. I get them from Intune. I buy them bulk because it's way cheaper that way, and I recommend that for everyone to go to, you know, whatever you want, whatever you like. But Intune is really good. It has they have a lot of different selection, different sizes and different shapes. I like using Jumbo Jazz. So this is a Jumbo Jazz pick. You can see it's like a jazz, you know, shape, but it's a little bigger because my thumbs are fat, whatever, and I always drop the regular Jazz 3 picks and stuff. So I feel it's really good for grip and you know, good attack, but still has the roundness on the sides.
Okay.
So it kind of rolls off the strings and has the, you know, same sharpness at the same time. But for strings, I use Dean Markley. 11 through 52 is my favorite. Nice. I like it tight. Yeah, it feels cool with E flat tuning. At first, when I struggled a lot, you know, trying to get there. You know, warming up, it would hurt a lot even back then. But yeah, it just takes a little muscle getting used to that. And I know for me, I like that. You know, for Exmortis, since we're playing a lot of the whole time, 60 notes. That's what we do all the time. Yeah. And yeah, so it feels good for that, I guess.
But too, like it feels like there's less play when you're playing. You know, like the intricate alternate picking.
Right, the strings are not like bouncing too much. So if Exmortis played maybe a little slower, I'd go thinner, a little more slinky, just to get, you know, maybe more vibrato in there, because it is hard to play really crazy Brandon Ellis vibrato with the
absolutely right.
and E flat tune. Yeah. So, but yeah, that's pretty much all I use guitar wise. I mean, I use Jackson guitars, Pro Series models is what I get, and also I have a USA. They all feel pretty much the same, and
They're just built really awesome.
Huh? Yeah, they're great. The necks are pretty consistent with the V's. The dinkies are a little different. So are the soloists, but yeah, brother, they force you to play differently. I've noticed, different styles. That's why for Exmortis I use the V's. So tour, that's my tour gear. Rhodes guitar, Seymour Duncan pickups, DiMarzio strings, in-tune picks are actually 1.14, I think.
Okay. Yeah. So I mean, with Marshalls, like a lot of people, they typically think Marshall with like AC/DC or like classic
it's
rock,
really
right?
crunchy, yeah.
So let's go over to your pedal board because there might be a little bit more that kind of like juices up the Marshall.
That's right. Totally forgot about it. Yeah. So this is where the magic happens. My pedal board consists of, you're gonna get like a shot of it as we're talking about.
Absolutely.
Okay, cool. There we go. Okay, so of course I have a tuner because it's good to stay in tune. You don't want to sound like all the time. But I have a tube screamer, so that is what drives the amp a little more. It doesn't sound very, what's the word? I don't know. It just has that, that bite.
Yeah. It kind of like tightens up the low end.
Yeah, exactly. So because of that, I kind of compensate with my amp. Sometimes it depends on the room. I don't know. I'm weird. Maybe I'm just hearing things. Maybe it's placebo. But I always adjust my bass settings depending on where we're playing because the tube screamer does take away some low end and like makes it sound a certain way. So if you have a tube screamer, be mindful of that. You don't want to sound too brittle. You don't want to sound too like whatever. But it's a great pedal. I always leave it on. I think I just click it off for the some intro for the intro to Moonlight Sonata, the clean part. I just turn it off and lower my volume to sound pretty clean.
Yeah, so that kind of like almost acts like your clean channel.
Yeah,
exactly. With the Seymour Duncans because they're passive.
Right, exactly. I really prefer passive because of that, and of course the tone is different if you play soft or hard.
Yeah.
But another important thing is boosting that shit because you want your solos to be heard, right? So I got this new pedal. Well, it's not new. It's actually old. It's discontinued, I think. I don't know. They have different versions now. It's called Boost DLA from Tech 21. It is like my favorite pedal. It's great.
Yeah.
I would say it's better than Tube Screamer because Tube Screamer, okay, it's good for like a certain bite, but this shit boosts your volume and it has delay. That's like that's beautiful. That's genius. Like you just boost your solo, but you could have that extra like what?
Yeah, the wah.
Makes it sound like bigger than it is,
Yeah.
So it's cool.
That's really interesting because for me, I'm using like a flashback delay and I'm using a boost in my pedal board assortment, which we'll get to soon. But I'm kind of jelly on this pedal because for me, I have to actually like tap dance or like hookah, type of thing. And I'm ready to go. So
have you fallen from that before? Like tripped?
Well, no, that's like my stage move, right? So
okay.
you
do a little dance.
Yeah,
little jig.
But that's it. Do you use like a wireless or you just go straight through?
No, I'm working on that. I'm looking out for that Shure pedal. Shure wireless pedal. It's great because that's also a 2-in-1. That has a tuner in that.
That's right.
That's genius. These guys are great. Anyone that does 2-in-1 is great.
Yeah.
I love it. It's not like the shampoo. 2-in-1 shampoo is not good.
Yeah.
Shampoo and conditioner is bad for your hair.
Yeah.
Don't do that. But pedals, do it.
But what about 2 girls in 1 cup?
So what do you use for your rig? What's your amp?
Well,
what do you use?
Right now, it's not bigger than your head, but my head's smaller than your head. That's just the fact. It's a quarter of the size because it's 25 watts and 100 watts. So technically, I'm smaller than you. So I'm basically playing through Mesa Boogie. I do have a couple other different heads. I have like the Mark V, which is like the full-blown 90-watt head, and I have the Mark V 25, which to me, it's super accessible, especially when we're playing smaller shows. It has a direct out with like a cab clone, so it's like an IR simulator. So it simulates like a vintage 30 type of thing. So I can go through front of the house, so the guys don't have to mic up the cabs. Because a lot of times, like sound guys, I hate to tell you guys, but a lot of you guys suck out there. Or you basically don't care about metal bands playing in your shows,
I think it's just
and that's the unfortunate truth. So it's honestly like a blessing having that you go direct front of house and then they're like, oh, it sounds amazing. Right. So basically that's all I do. I drive that thing through Mesa 412 as well with vintage 30s.
Which is a great fucking cab.
Yeah. I think that's like
Dude, we did that tour. We did what year was it? 2016. No, we used your cabs. That Mesa cab with vintage 30s, and I put my Marshall, of course, to that because I use Marshall. But it sounded fucking great. So I would say if you want to mix match or you're looking for tone, blah blah, that Mesa cab is fucking sweet. Go for that.
That's the one.
I think it'll make anything sound great.
Yeah. So, and the cool thing about the Mark series, it's very like mid-driven. And
Right.
A lot of people know it for like the Master Puppets, Metallica sound, and Dream Theater sound, and everything. So, I used to play Angles before, and like although they were like sick sounding, very sick,
yeah,
amps, sick sounding amps. I can't even say that. It's 6. Although they sounded awesome, it was a very difficult amp to dial in the room. Whatever I did with the angle, unfortunately, I just never cut through. You know, I boosted it and whatever, and it just, you know, it was unfortunate. Which is why like I went straight to Mesa Boogie for I mean a couple of years now.
Yeah, and for
going,
good reason. So
yeah, exactly. So for me, my pedalboard's basically kind of like yours. I have like the tube screamer, but it's the mini tube screamer.
It's cute.
And
Sounds
then
just as awesome though.
yeah, no, exactly.
Same thing.
You know, like, it sucks because like with the mini pedals, if you wanted to use like a 9-volt battery, you can't. Like there's no space in it to actually put it, so you always have to have it kind of
powered,
plugged in. Exactly.
Which are actually good. One spot. I use one spot because it's I don't know.
Yeah, no, they're great. Exactly. Yeah, you could daisy chain it and everything. So for me, like I have like a Boss NS2 for noise. The chorus, just in case, like if we ever play, I mean we have like one clean song and we never really play it, but it's there on the pedal board just because. I mean I hate to have a whole pedal board that has a lot of space and I'm not really using it. You know, people are like that's it. You know.
I know it looks empty, even though there's like a lot of shit right there, but
yeah. So I kind of organized it, you know, just so it looks presentable and full sounding. But yeah, I mean, I got like a polytuner, and then I got the Line 6 relay wireless, and that one's cool because like if your wireless system takes a dump, you can actually still go through it and bypass it like a normal. I wouldn't say like pedal, but I guess pedal. Yeah.
Okay.
This thing. Because there have been times where like your actually it's right here. You can know. So like if your battery pack fails, you just unplug your guitar and plug directly through the Line 6 and it still works.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
yeah.
That's
so
handy.
it's like your emergency thing.
Clever.
Clever. Yeah. So for me, I have 2 channels here, and basically I use the channel 2 for leads, and then channel 1 for crunch, and then the tap dancing part happens. So
I was about to ask, what do? You have to do the?
Yeah, I have to. Mainly because in the little Mark there is no effects button to engage. So you basically if anything's running through the loop, if it's on, it's on. If it's off, then it's kind of bypassed. So I have to do the and usually I'll to prevent like the double tap so fast, I'll just hit the flashback maybe like a measure before I'm about to go into it.
Yeah, because it wouldn't really
and then hit it.
Get in the way of this and just it wouldn't sound off. So
exactly, yeah.
That's good. Good planning.
And then yeah. But basically as far as like guitars go, obviously Ibanez guy here.
Oh yeah.
DiMarzio pickups, GHS strings. I use 9 to 46 in D standard. And I kind of like the slinkiness.
Right.
I mean, especially too when I'm on the road. If I get like tired or you didn't get enough sleep, I hate to have like super stiff strings and I can't like really hit the G string. Yeah. So basically, 9 to 46 GHS strings, and then for picks, same company, Intune.
Yeah.
And I have. Well, it's funny because at first they sent me like 1.5 of like our Holy Grail, but then. They messed up the order.
Shit.
It gets I'll get a screenshot of that. It's crazy. They messed up and sent me like a 2 point something.
Yeah, dude, it's
and
ridiculous.
If you want something thick, that's thick. You don't get thicker than that.
I didn't get close enough. But
yeah,
whatever.
We'll show it.
It's fucking fat, short and fat.
But I got those picks. And then I've also actually been using like these like new Ernie Ball Prodigy picks. They're pretty cool. They have like a bevel to them. They're pretty sharp.
Yeah.
But that one's I believe a 1 millimeter right there.
Cool.
Or maybe a 1.5. I don't know. I just play it. But
that's cool. But yeah, it's something about the jazz kind of thing, right?
Yeah.
I feel great.
Exactly.
Great for fucking shredding or whatever, anything really.
Yeah, they're awesome. So with that said, we're gonna try to do some tone demonstrations for you guys. Nothing too crazy. We can't really crank up here, unfortunately, but we'll try to just use the camera mic just to kind of get an idea of what the amp sounds in the room, rather than like miking it up because yeah, it's gonna be pretty loud. So that was a pretty long, extensive video, I would say.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta explain some of these little nuances of the gear that we use. So
yeah,
I hope you dug what we use.
Exactly. So we would like to know what you guys use as well. So you know where to find us down in the comments below. Let us know if you use a Spider, TV,
Spider,
Line 6. Hey, you know what? Everyone's got to start somewhere, right?
Yeah, but hey, I think you plugged that in your previous video, but
yeah.
you gotta start off with this motherfucker, no matter what. Right here, the Boss Katana.
Boss, please sponsor us.
Phenomenal practice amp. It's great. I'm in love.
Yeah, so like the video, dislike it, subscribe, hit the notification bell, follow us on all of our social media pages down below.
Catch us on tour.
Yeah. Nothing just happened right now,
Yeah,
so don't worry about that. Let us know what you guys would like to see next. We're going to be hitting the road soon.
Yeah, July, but when we're back, we'll have more time to do more Shred Talk videos.
Exactly. Other than that, we'll see you guys next time, and shred on.